none of us knew. When I found out, I was like, oh my God, because I can't say I was very close to him, but you know, we were captains together. We talked about a lot of things. A lot of stuff went on between us during the years that I was in that life, among us, I should say. And man, it wasn't good news for me when I heard that he was an informant. Now, what he had done, Greg, he was a pretty smart guy. Way back in the 60s, he made a deal with the FBI. It was kind of an insurance policy. What did he do? The FBI needed some help. You probably don't recall this. I'm not familiar with it, but you know, down in Mississippi, I think three people were killed by the Ku Klux Klan, and their bodies were burned. And the FBI actually enlisted Greg Scarpa to go down to Mississippi and find out where the bodies were buried, who did the killings. So Greg does his investigation. Remember, he's a mob guy. He goes into, finds out. He goes into, I think, a television repair store, like he's going to buy a TV. The guy that owned the store was a Ku Klux Klan member. The guy takes the TV, carries it out to Greg's car. Greg bangs, hits him over the head, puts him in the back of the car, drives him out to the woods, beats the heck out of him, and then puts a gun in his mouth and tells him, "You're going to tell me what happened with those bodies, where they're burned,
You think I
they are."
didn't see you doing that shit, bitch?
Him up, right? He was serious.
Bitch.
So anyway, Greg kind of cemented his relationship with the FBI at that point in time, and he was a government informant, unbeknownst to us, for about 30 years. What kind of deal did he make? Greg was smart. He made a deal that he could never be revealed. He would never be called to testify in a case. His name was never be told to anybody, not even to prosecutors. It was only
Thank you.
It turned out he worked out. He was working with Brad. And that's the whole thing. I'll get into that a little bit later. But anyway, throughout the war, Scarpa, who was a Persico ally, was committing murders. He was, you know, and by the way, they called him the Grim Reaper. And they called him the Grim Reaper because he said he loved to kill people. As a matter of fact, he said he loved to kill people so much, when he killed somebody and buried the body, he wanted to dig out the body and kill the guy again. This is what he would say. I heard him say that.
I respect that.
That was him. So
I like killing people too.
in the war.
Only in video games, obviously. I mean, I do it in real life. It pisses me off, you know.
And this turned out to be, this was a big blowout afterwards. I mean, it turned out really bad because what happened throughout the course of the war, obviously everybody knew what was going on. The government was upset. People were dying in the streets. This raged on for about 2 years.
Come over like 8 o'clock.
And,
Okay.
Drop stuff off.
Eventually, Greg got
Alright, I'll be ready.
Again, they weren't supposed to tell the prosecution about what was going on. He said that, you know, he got so in bed, I would say, with DeVecchio that he was giving DeVecchio only the information that he wanted to give him. DeVecchio, they were saying, it came out afterwards, was kind of helping Scarpa, you know, actually commit these murders. I don't know if it's true or not, but that was the word on the street. That's what came out, I believe, in court papers later on. DeVecchio, I know, had to retire under this big cloud. Even people in the FBI were upset with the relationship between DeVecchio and Scarpa. Actually, because of that relationship, some of the Colombo guys got off on a case that they were on trial. You know, the defendant was on trial.
God, you suck.
But anyway, it didn't work out well for Scarpa.
What's his face?
He ended up getting indicted, getting convicted, or pled guilty, and got a 10-year prison sentence. Prior to that, a lot of things with Scarpa. I think in 1988 or so, he had a bleeding ulcer. As a result of that bleeding ulcer, he had to get a transfusion. He got one of his guys on the street to give him a transfusion. Turns out the guy had AIDS.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Transfusion with infected blood. While he was in prison, as a result of that, he ended up succumbing to AIDS, and he died actually of AIDS in prison. Crazy story, Greg. Unbelievable. Vecchio, like I said, he got, it was terrible what happened with him. I mean, as far as him being embarrassed, he had to retire. They never indicted him. They never charged him with anything that he said they didn't have enough. But he was, he was humiliated because of this whole thing. Another crazy thing happened with Scarpa. You know, this guy was into a lot of different things. Allegedly, he was into a drug deal that went bad, and as a result of that, somebody went after him, shot him in the eye.
Idiot.
Dispute over drugs had nothing to do with the.
I don't even care about that anymore.
This guy was in and out of trouble the whole time. But interestingly enough, like I said, he eventually.
I'm destroying you guys so bad it doesn't even matter.
So this war pretty much had a devastating.
So there's one running.
And it took a while to rebuild. Now is the family dead now? No, it's not. It's alive. It's well. It's being run by somebody that I know.
There you are, bitch. This guy sucks. Idiot. He's done. This guy really sucks against chainsaws.
Who knows? You know what I found out, people?
It's okay.
Things with the government.
There's only 2 of y'all left now, I think. Oh, alright, 3.
The FBI, the government, the Justice Department, it's really on the mob, on the mob, on the mob. They go after them, they put a lot of guys away, and then what happens? Something else takes over, like, terrorism. And they remove a lot of the agents off of the FBI, off of the organized crime squads, and they go on to something else, and the mob has a chance to rebuild. Might be in that degree right now, I don't know. They have too many tools to go after the guys, too many surveillance.
Yeah, okay, that's what.
Too many informants on the street now. Thinking about a life of crime, forget about it. That life is over, the street life is over.
You guys both suck at this.
The only way I tell everybody, especially the young people, you gotta go straight. So that's it for today. So we're going to be doing Mob Movie Monday. I'm not going to tell you what it is now. Got another surprise for you. I promise it'll be a good one. You guys reacted great to the one last week. And that's it for today. So how do I always leave you? Be safe. Be healthy. God bless. See you next time.
These guys getting destroyed. Doesn't even matter.
Well, in my world, you can't be disrespectful in that life. Never. You're lying through your teeth. Lying, every other word is a lie. And if you can master that technique, then you can get just about anything you want. I don't care what police.
I don't think it's bye-bye time.
Accuses you of. I don't care what names he calls you. You don't open your mouth and you don't answer it unless we answer for you or we tell you to answer. If I call you a liar, I lose the argument automatically. If I get upset with you and lose my temper, I lose the argument automatically. You could be the least smartest guy in the world, but you got to make them think that you're smarter than them. And he says, well, I want to kill Jerry Zimmerman. I said, well, then I got to kill your brother-in-law. So what are we going to accomplish? He pounds his hand on the table. He says, I want him dead.
Show me where they are.
For some of you that are wondering why I brought a mobster here, or former mobster, who lives a completely different life right now, it's because in the world of business, there's a lot of shooting plays, a lot of power plays. And if you don't know how to play those plays, someone's going to eat you up alive. With that being said, please help me bring up Michael Francis. Oh, man. Right here. Yeah.
Stop struggling.
It's good to see you again, Michael.
Good crowd, huh?
Yes. Good crowd. They've been looking forward to spending some time with you. We're talking back. I'm like, Michael, what do we talk about that we haven't already talked about? How many guys have seen the interview, by the way? Anybody seen the interview? Yeah, that's the challenge.
A few people.
Yeah, a few people have seen the interview. So why don't we take it in a complete different direction today? You and I, one, power play that maybe were, overdue, and probably the stories I wouldn't mind if we can get into is...
Who's gonna let you out, you idiot? I was trying to let you know I was gonna let you out, but...
On you, that you were kind of sitting there saying, "Ah, I can't believe that guy pulled it off." That helps you become better.
Yeah, there you go.
And then later on we can talk about reading people in rooms, in negotiation rooms. Many of you guys here sit with investors, competitors, buyers, sellers, vendors, partners. How do you read the room? Who's really the decision maker? Who's the EFI and who's not? But having said that, let's go back to Power Plays. So coming up in the streets of New York, I mean, these are the
Damn it, I'm not trying to double pip though.
times. These
Oh well.
are competitive times.